What does walking in your purpose look like? To answer this question, there are three distinct words that I want to define that you can find in the very question. Firstly, what is purpose? Purpose is defined by the dictionary, the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. There's a famous quote that states that the three most important days in a person's life, number one, is the day you're born. Number two, the day you find out why you're born. And number three, the day you set out to fulfill your purpose in life or your why in life. But before a person can fulfill their why in life, before a purpose can fulfill the reason why they exist or why they're created or the reason why they do something, the person needs to first discover what their purpose is. Walking in life without purpose is like walking without a destination in mind. Walking in life without a purpose is like walking without an identity, not knowing who you are or why you exist. In order to discover something, it means that it already exists. To discover simply means to uncover the disposition of something, where it was once hidden, unable to be touched or experienced, but only imagined. You see, a lot of people walk around imagining their purpose. Year after year, it remains an imagination, it remains goals on a vision board. We can't experience it because we still haven't uncovered it. So when you discover your purpose, you're not only finding something that is new. You're not discovering anything new, but it's something that has already pre-existed. So this is why I love the book of Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5, because it gives such an amazing definition of what purpose is. The Bible says that before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you. I ordained you as a prophet to the nations. I want you to understand something. Your purpose is hidden in the knowledge of God. Before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. All about knowledge. And there are two types of knowledge. Number one, intellectual, and number two, relational. God can reveal your purpose through him speaking a word to you. That I guess enhances, or that relates to your intellectual ability to understand his word. He speaks it to you. But God can also reveal your purpose through the experiences you go through. You can go through a tough experience that shapes a mindset and a desire in your life, where you decide that your purpose in life is that no one else goes through that experience. For example, you can go through homelessness. So you decide to go, once you get on your feet, to establish your purpose as this, that no one will go through homelessness because I went through it. So you begin to have ideas of real estate, building house, building facilities that is able to provide rehab for homeless people. Or another example is, as a child, you go through a very traumatic or tough experience. So growing up, you decide that once I have my own child, they're not going to go through this experience. My purpose in life is to cater for people that have gone through, that may be going through something that I've been going through, experiences. But simply put, the more you discover God, the more you begin to know him through his word, and the more you begin to know him through experiences, the more you're able to discover your purpose. You see, when a child is in the womb of its mother, we don't get to see the full features of that child. You don't get to touch the child. The only experience that you have with that child is through what you call an ultrasound. That's when you're able to see how it may look like, but it's still untouchable. So what do we do as a mother and a father, the couples? They begin to imagine, how is this child going to look like? Is he going to have your eyes? Is he going to have my small ears? Is he going to have your big head? Is he going to be as tall as me? You begin to think, what can this child really become? What are they going to do when they grow up? But it's all imaginations. It all remains an imagination until what? The mother gives birth to the child. So you see, walking in your purpose is not walking in imagination, but it's giving birth to your ideas, your plans, your desires. You take your purpose from an imagination level to a manifestation level. Walking is a word that is described as what? Motion, movement, progress. How do we walk in our purpose? We simply walk. And to walk simply means that you're in motion. You're moving. You're progressing. Purpose loves to be in someone that's in motion, that's someone that is moving, and someone that is progressing. But how do we walk in our purpose? The first time I read the word walk in the Bible, it was related to faith. The Bible says in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7, we don't walk by sight, but we walk by faith. Walk by faith. And the Bible says in the book of James chapter 2, it says faith without action is what? Dead. Action means to progress, to be in motion. Action means that you're moving, but you're not moving alone. Why? Because faith has everything to do with God. So to walk in your purpose means to simply walk alongside God. You never allow God to be absent, or you never be absent from the presence of God. You walk with God. You begin to ask God, how do I do this? How do I get this business idea to become alive? My nursing degree, my creative space endeavors, my entrepreneurship. How do I make these plans become alive? What are the decisions that I need to take? You are always consulting God. And lastly, the question, how do you walk in your purpose, states a very important word. And it's a word that I want to really emphasize on. It's your. It's yours. It's all about you. It's your purpose, not the person next to you, not your neighbor, not your mom or your dad, but it's your purpose. So why are you waiting for them to start walking for you when you're supposed to be walking for yourselves? Get up. Don't allow people to determine how you achieve your purpose. Simply take ownership of your purpose. You can do this. You can achieve it, because he who starts a good work in you will carry it till the end. So how do you walk in your purpose? Number one, you discover it, you take action with faith, and you take ownership. I hope you are blessed by this message.